Hi guys, so today we'll be solving this problem called minimum number of swaps to make the string balanced. This was the third problem in the Leetcode contest today. So let's read the problem first. You are given a zero index string S of even length n. The string consists of exactly n by 2 opening brackets and n by 2 closing brackets. A string is called balanced if and only if it is empty. The conditions are if it's empty, balanced conditions are if it's empty, or AB can be written as A is balanced and B is a balanced string. And the third point is it can be written as C where C is balanced. Okay. You may swap the brackets at any two indices any number of times. Return the minimum number of swaps to make S balanced. Okay, so we have to find the minimum number of swaps to make the string balanced. So let's take an example. So if S is given as opening bracket, sorry, closing bracket, opening bracket, opening, closing bracket, and opening bracket. Okay, so we see that the output here would be 1, which is if we need to make this string balanced, we need to just make one swaps, which is, we know that it is very obvious from here, which is 0 and 3 should be swap. Okay, so that would give us a string like this, because we know that the middle string is sorted, balanced, and then the character which is at the edges needs to be swapped to make it a balanced string. Let's take another example to understand it better. So opening bracket, a closing bracket, closing bracket, opening bracket, opening bracket, opening bracket. Now here the output is 2. How? So first of all, if we just put the indexes for every bracket. So first of all, we know that if we need to sort this, what we can do is that, first of all, swap 0 and 4. Why am I telling this? Because if we swap these two, we get a string like this. So here we see that this bracket is balanced, this bracket is balanced, only these two brackets are not balanced. So, okay, that is better than the previous state, obviously. And how we can do, how we can, try to solve this also is by swapping first, the first index and, sorry, the third index. So let's see what happens if we swap the first and the third index. If we swap the first and the third index, we would get a string okay, did I do any mistakes? So it's quite not clear here. So let's do it again. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We swap 0 and 4. We get the result as this comes here, this goes there. So this would be, okay, now 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we are swapping the first and the third. So this would come here, this would be as it is, this would be here, this would be here, and this would be here. Okay, so if you see, we are still not sorted. So let's try another index. So if we try to swap the first and the fifth index, there's some magic which will be happening. So see, if we sort, if we try to balance this, This is already balanced. Now this is not balanced, right? So we would not apply this step. We have a better step if we observe very carefully. So if we observe very carefully, if we swap the first and the fifth index, we get something like this. So, we don't need to do this step. Like, we don't need to do this step and like get one more swap and then swap this one. So this would give us an operation of 3. If we just swap the brackets of 1 and 5, it would give an operation of 2, which is we are getting the answer in the second step itself. So that's amazing. But what we need to observe very carefully is that the number of mismatched brackets. So number of mismatched bracket that we are getting, if we count that and we do a count plus 1 by 2, will give us the operations which is needed for swapping. So if we find the the count is basically the mismatched brackets which are there. So for example, if I get an opening bracket, a closing bracket, closing bracket, closing bracket, so in this here I don't know the where it's starting, so all of these three are missing, they are mismatched. So we'd be having an answer of 3 plus 1 by 2, which will give us 4 by 2, which is 2. So this count is basically the number of mismatched plus 1 by 2, which is basically the seal of count by 2. So like number of mismatched would be swapped, right? So that's why we are trying to do by 2. And seal is similar as what we are doing here, count plus 1 by 2. Okay. So that's what we need to do. How we'll be solving this, I'll be explaining it here with the code, and that will be more clear. So let's share my screen to show you the code. So first of all, um, let's make a stack, because it's very popular to use a stack in the the balanced, whenever parentheses or any kind of brackets are used, we tend to have something first thought as using a stack. So first of all, let's maintain a stack char st and just iterate through the string. Okay. And I also maintain a count for, as I told you, I'll be maintaining a count for counting the mismatch. So if C is equal to the uh, closing bracket, no, wait, if it's opening, it's equal to the opening bracket, at that time, we'll be pushing it into the stack. Okay. So push it into the stack. Otherwise, just check if, st.empty is equal to false and st.top is equal to closing bracket. At that time, we just, we know that we've got the closing bracket. We just pop the stack because we know that that has matched. Otherwise, if the opening bracket, closing bracket is not there, we do count plus plus. Okay. This would give us the mismatched brackets which are present. And then simply, as I told you, the formula count plus 1 by 2 would be returned here, and we would be getting the answer. Okay, did I just return it inside the loop? Yep. Let's write it outside. So that's what we need to do. Let's run the code to see if everything is working fine. And that's right. And we're getting an error. Expected is 0. Okay. Okay. We need to first check if this is equal, and then st.empty is equal to false. I think that would solve the problem. No. Where are we doing the mistake? Hmm. If it's opening and closing, then we need to return 0, right? So if we are getting an opening bracket, we push it into the stack, and we get a empty is equal to false, obviously, because we've got a opening bracket, and we have top is this. We pop this out. We have count equal to 0. 0 plus 1 expected is 0, right? 0 plus 1 by 2 would be giving us 0, right? 0 plus 1 by 2 expected is 0, but output we've got is 1. Why are we getting 1? Okay, let's debug this code a bit. Are we getting 1 here? Yeah, we're getting 1 here. So st.empty equal to false, like we're getting opening bracket, and top, no, wait, yeah, c equal to closing bracket. Yeah, this should be working as fine. Yeah, let's, yeah, that is accepted. So yeah, the problem was that we were trying to check the stack top element. Instead, we need to check the string element. Whatever character, whatever bracket that we have got, we have to check that if it's closing. And first of all, if it's opening, then we push it into the stack. If it's closing, then we check if we have on the top opening bracket. If it is there, then we pop it out. That means we have got a matching bracket. Otherwise, if it's not there, we know that if the the bracket is mismatched, and we do count plus plus, and that's what we return here. Okay, so I hope you guys understood the problem. Do like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.